Hey, love. Today we're going to talk about something that might seem a little odd to you when we start, but I promise you it's going to have a big impact on creating the life that you want. We're going to talk about integrity. Now, what does that have to do with about creation? Well, honestly, it has a lot to do. So I want you to start by thinking about something that you really wanted and you received it. You said, I want this, and then it happened. However it happened, it doesn't matter. You bought it, somebody else bought it for you, or maybe it was a trip or whatever. It doesn't matter. But you got it and you received it. So think about, if you can remember, maybe close your eyes and kind of remember the time leading up to receiving it. You decided you wanted it. Were you excited about it? Were you planning what you would do with it when you had it or when you went, if it was a trip, whatever it was? Did you feel the energy of having it before it ever arrived? That's a huge part of reality creation, is really feeling those feelings, getting yourself into a place of knowing, not believing, but knowing that it's going to show up for you. So when you get into that space, we want to remain in integrity around it, integrity in our lives and integrity around what we're creating. Some of the things that get us out of integrity, let's say there's someone you have a conflict with and you get really angry with them. Now, that's a normal human emotion. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it. But when you stay in it, when you think about them, when you think about them with anger, there are some spiritual practices that believe that thoughts of anger are actually an act of violence. And I believe that that's true, because when you get into anger about someone, you are directing that angry energy at them, and it's like an attack. It's like a psychic attack. And some people, they may not know what is happening, but they will feel it. It'll affect their frequency. But some people actually know that that angry energy is coming at them, and it'll affect your relationship. It'll continue the anger going. It'll continue the negativity going. So we want to remain in integrity. Another thing that we do that gets us out of integrity is we say that we want something, and then we start to doubt it. Doubt actually takes us out of integrity with reality creation, creating what we want. Another way that we get out of integrity is if we start complaining about things. Well, I really want this, or I really deserve this, but I didn't get it, or it costs too much, or that store just is terrible. The store may be terrible, but your complaining about it actually doesn't help. It hurts you in terms of creating what you want. Remember when we talked about that we are responsible for everything that shows up in our lives? We create everything by the energy that we put out, the thoughts that we put out. And while that may sound blaming, it absolutely is not blaming. I'm not blaming you. You shouldn't blame yourself. It's actually really empowering, because if you have the ability to create 100% of everything that shows up in your life, you have the ability to change it. So start asking yourself, who are you in the world? Are you acting with integrity with what you want? We touched upon this a couple of days ago, that we've gotten in our cultures, a big segment of our population has gotten into the habit of everything either has to be free or at a discount. That is lack mentality. That's poverty mentality. And so many people are living in that. So I'm not saying you're out of integrity, like you're a bad person if you think that way. But what I am saying is you want to be wealthy, you want to be successful, you want to be healthy. And if you're looking always for the shortcut, that means you're living in lack. And that's not in integrity. with what you want. Does that make sense? If you have questions about this, make sure you put them in the group so that I can help you work through this, or come to the next live session so that we can work through it together. Because this is a big one, but it sometimes confuses people. So download today's lesson and really dig into it and start noticing your thoughts, your words, your actions. Are they all in integrity with who you want to be on the planet and the life that you want to have? All right, you can do it. I love you.